benim için nedir?
Oh, hello. I would like to speak to the Turkish Millionaire.
Üzgünüm ama Türkçe konuştuğumu sanmıyorum.
What are you saying, he's not at home?
Bu arada dünyanın her yerindeki terk edilmiş binaları belgeleyen Explomo'daki
I don't understand anything of this Turkish language, but let's just go in, let's explore it, guys. Today we'll step inside this luxurious abandoned villa, a place that didn't just belong to any Turkish millionaire, but was once the secret hideouts of the Turkish Mafia. Behind these locked gates, one of Turkey's most notorious drug lords lived like royalty, surrounded by crystal chandeliers, golden statues, and lavish meeting rooms. A man so elusive, they called him the Ghost.
Uluslararası uyuşturucu kaçakçısı Orhan Ünğan İstanbul'da yakalandı.
It's a villa dripping with power, crime, and mystery. This is where the Turkish Mafia ruled from the shadows. And today, the shadows are all that remain. Welcome back everybody, and look at this property here behind me. Today I'm gonna explore an abandoned millionaire's villa of a Turkish millionaire. And this millionaire was not an ordinary one, but a man who ruled an empire built on deception, violence, and millions in narcotics. He was known by many names, but most knew him as the Ghost. Not because he was silent, but because he was everywhere, yet impossible to catch. Orhan Ünğan, a so-called entrepreneur, but behind the curtain one of Europe's most notorious drug lords. Fake passports, luxury cars, and deep ties to organized crime. But in 2024 his luck ran out. He was caught trying to flee Istanbul with yet another fake identity. And when the doors to his empire were finally forced open, they revealed more than just wealth. They revealed the secret life of a man who thought he was untouchable. And if you see the interior, it's truly lavish and a sign of his lavish lifestyle. It's truly shrouded in mystery. As you can tell, the garden here behind me is completely overgrown and it hasn't been trimmed in ages. I'm really excited to explore this place, so let's start over here outside and I'm gonna show you everything. So we're kicking off in the garden, and actually right next door there is another villa. And believe it or not, this villa right next door belonged to the same man. And yes, of course I explored it too. The full video is now live on our second channel, Explomo 2. You seriously won't believe what's inside. We even uncover a private home cinema. But stay tuned, because first we'll explore the garden of this red villa before stepping into a world of luxury, featuring a Versace-Style Sauna, a private gym, and much more. Now, I first actually want to check out this. I've not seen it yet. There was like this little pavilion. Oh my gosh. Check this out. Whoa. I was talking about the lavish lifestyle. They dined here. They probably had their private chef making meals for them. And right over here, they could all sit down, enjoy dinner. It's unreal. Whoa, this is very overgrown. Behind we can see this huge villa. I really cannot believe that we found something like this abandoned. Wait until you see the interior. This really marks one of the top places that I've explored in Belgium, and you're probably gonna find out why. Okay, taking a little detour right now. Massive domain as well. Whoa, even a private outdoor pool over here. Look at that, guys. There is definitely some underwater life here. Very messy stairs to go in the water. What a sight. Ooh, tiles are cracking. That doesn't sound good. Well, and right over here, you have an entire part, outside part where they could sit. Over there, a little roof terrace. And as you can tell, the door is just wide open. Let's go inside. No way. Guys, check this out. We just come inside the sauna area with the sky, portrait on the ceiling, and all these golden foliage tiles. Even marble bowls over here with golden faucets. Oh, look at this pattern over here. Reminds me of the fashion brand Versace. It's incredible. Already the first room where we come inside, we see the moon, the sun. Also some Turkish motifs. There is still some water even inside here. No way. Water is even still running. How? And how could also the door just be wide open? I really have my questions about this place. Over here we have two separate saunas. Still in mint condition. Harvia, I don't know the brand, but this really looks high-end, very modern. It's unreal. What fortune this Turkish millionaire and his family owned. After the sauna they could take a nice rain shower over here. Even on the sides water would have been spraying out. And then right here is another sauna. At least, or is this a Turkish steam bath? I think a Turkish steam bath or another shower. Unreal. These people lived a very well-to-do life. And it's unreal to see something like this in an abandoned state. And keep watching this video because this villa is gonna surprise you more and more as we walk through its rooms. Still laces over here. I think this was for the AC and the heating system. You can already see that wallpaper is dangling down over here, some mold behind it. It is definitely vacant for already quite some years. It's just perfectly preserved. Perfectly preserved in the meaning that nothing is stolen. And look at this. We just come from the pool and the sauna area. Over here they had an entire massage room. Probably had a private massage therapist. This really makes you aware that it doesn't matter how much you own, but in the end it's not worth anything anymore. This man evaded a shit amount of taxes and eventually his property ended up foreclosure and it's been sitting here vacant ever since. But back when we visited, none of this was public yet. No official news, no arrests linked to this villa, just rumors, theories about mafia ties, but no proof. It seemed simply an abandoned millionaire's mansion, filled with Versace patterns, Ottoman emblems, and unanswered questions. It wasn't until we stumbled across some documents in the kitchen that the first cracks started to show. And even then, the full story remained hidden. The cartel ties, the mafia connections, the real owner, all still buried in silence. This place is tucked away in Kapellen, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods just outside Antwerp, Belgium. Massive estates, secluded, quiet. And yet, if you zoom out, it starts to make sense. Because right nearby is the Port of Antwerp, Europe's second largest harbor and the cocaine capital of the continent.
The Belgian city of Antwerp is one of the largest entry points into Europe.
A known entry point for traffickers. A place where containers go missing, identities shift, and billions move undetected. For a man like Orhan Ünğan, it was the perfect setup. Luxury on the surface, logistics in the background. And while this villa looked like a millionaire's retreat, it was actually part of a much larger operation. An operation run by Turkish cartels that were becoming very comfortable in Western Europe. We have another bathroom over here, other tile work. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has a very Arab motive, very Arab pattern. You can see some oxidation of the copper. Oh, toilet is quite dirty. There are also a lot of spider webs. And look, even the ornament over here on the drawer is actually damaged because of the humidity in the mold. This must have been the boiler room. All the electricity running from here. You can tell how many points. This was a massive property, and with the saunas and the pool, they obviously needed a lot of water connections. This home had so many things. Like, we have the pool, we have the sauna, we have the private massage room where I just come from. And wait until you see the next one. But first, we have a dining area over here. It's not the only dining area in this home. This still looks so fresh. I really cannot believe it is abandoned. And look over here. We have the garden chairs and the garden table, and there are still pizza boxes from the last time they ate some nice pizza over here. Even a barbecue down there. We have a little card over here. I assume that this family had private butlers or servants, given that they were so wealthy. Wow. Again, golden foliage tiles on this column. Still decoration over here. Summer breeze scent. Now we do have some food products over here, some noodles. Expiry dates 2021. Yeah. Even look at this moldy bread over here. That has been there for quite some time. Nutella, chicken soup, ducks. Even the last dishes. I can't believe that the water still works. Even some dirty spoons there from the last time they had dinner. I think electricity will probably also work. We gotta check it out. And look how modern this is. I've honestly never even seen this. That's not working anymore, but I think it was a panel, a touch panel, to control the furnace or something. But let's continue through this part. We have an oven over here from a very expensive Dutch brand. Also some water bottles. American fridge. Okay, that's emptied out luckily. Except for some very moldy fans over here. Whew, it smells very chemical in here. I think it's because of the Jack Daniel's apple. Oh, it smells very chemical. Different fridge smell than usual. And this is literally an integrated coffee machine. That is crazy. Cleaning products. Guys, prepare yourself right now for the next room. There is an entire private gym. I've never seen that before in any abandoned place. You know what? I haven't done a workout so far, so let's do a quick workout.
Deep when your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
Oh, you can probably tell, but I'm really sweating a lot. At least I got my workout done for today, and now we can explore. So I'm back in the kitchen. We have some kitchen machines over here, and also some duck ornaments. I quite like them. I think I did not open up this yet. It is another fridge. We still have some ketchup and some other sauce. Wow. Check out this door. And now we're entering the main hallway and living quarters, and you're gonna be completely blown away. We have glass chandeliers. We have incredible ornaments right above them on the ceiling. And also high-end furniture. We're gonna see it all. This is all golden foliage. Unbelievable. Right over here are two columns that would have led to the main hallway back in the day. It still does, of course. There is a very grand staircase over there. Check out this statue. That's truly unbelievable. How could they leave this behind? Ever. That's literally art right in front of my nose. Left to wither away in this abandoned mansion. And also look how they have made this in the first place. It's completely going around. Wow. Incredible. Right next to me is this glass table with another statue right underneath it. Another giant table. All the chairs still poised around it. All these chandeliers. We're gonna see a lot of them in this place. This chair also has stuffed arms. Very luxurious. The life of these people was luxurious in the end. But living in this kind of luxury, it comes with a price. And in Orhan Ünğan's world, that price was often paid in blood. His name wasn't just linked to smuggling routes or shady real estate deals. It was written into a long bloody feud that reached from Turkey to Greece and deep into Europe's underworld. Back in 2014, a massive heroin bust off the coast of Greece changed everything. Over 2 tons of heroin were seized on a ship called 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆.
It's believed a street gang from the Turkish city of Istanbul is behind the trafficking.
The shipment was linked to some of the biggest names in the underworld, and that's when the alliances started to crack. Orhan Ünğan blamed one man, 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆, a fellow trafficker and former ally. He believed 𝗫𝗫 had betrayed him to the authorities, and in the criminal world, betrayal is never left unanswered. It all escalated in September 2014, when Arzu 𝗫𝗫, the daughter of Iranian drug lord 𝗦𝘁cie, was assassinated together with her nephew while sitting in a car at a traffic light. Not long after that, Ünğan's own brother was gunned down in Istanbul.
Çocuğuyla araca bindi, tetikçi tam da o an geldi. Peş peşe ateş edip böyle kaçtı. Kadıköy-Bağdat Caddesi'nde infaz edilen...
It was no longer business. It was a war. A mafia vendetta played out on international stage, with every hit sending a message. Look at the nice drapes. Red velvet curtains. Unbelievable. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there is also mole spores on this mirror. Look at this golden vase. Holy cow. These are just places where you really do not understand how they get left behind, ever. Look over here. This was probably for some fondue. Oh, and then over here, they would actually store all the cutlery. And this is also all velvet, so it was probably all expensive cutlery like silverware and everything. Now, if I walk through this passage, you are really gonna jump out of your chair. This is marvelous. Guys, where did I just step into? I've got no words. Really no words. We have another table over here with a statue. And look on the ground, again it's Versace pattern with a golden foliage as well. Marble tiles, marble flooring. Wow. I'm not sure if you've noticed, there used to be an entire aquarium right here at the bottom with a TV right on top. Colored glass over here that you could close. Even the Wi-Fi router still there. Also this door over here with the windows. This is some of our equipment. Wow. Check this out. I think this was a little office area. And here it gets even crazier. With a bit of digging on social media, I found photos of 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆, the leader of the notorious Lay Gang, taken right here in this room. 𝗍𝘆cie𝗿𝗆 is currently under arrest in Montenegro, awaiting extradition to Turkey. Later in this video, I'll reveal more images taken right inside this villa, and I'll also share new details about Orhan Ünğan's arrest, just before this property was confiscated. Minor fixes will be needed to save this grand home, to make it livable again. Look over here. Stonework with lions. I think this is marble as well. Used to be from a fireplace. Wow. Even the mirrors over here. As you can tell, I'm still sweating a little bit. But it's also a warm day, and I just told you that this is the start of summer. So we can't complain. We have good water, good bandos. Check this out. Look at these couches. That's one of the biggest couches I've ever seen in any abandoned place too. Also over here we have lions. Two of them. Even a marble table with a plate that's matching the floor pattern. And again a chandelier right in the center. There are even fishes over here in the design of this table. I'm really speechless. I'm a little bit lost for words, to be honest. And when I walk through this passage with the golden columns, you might remember I told you that we entered the main hallway. This was the principal entrance of the home. And check it out. It's as if you step into a museum with the statues over here left on display. And this is all golden foliage again. I think there used to be a light spot on top of there to highlight it even more. Wow, oh wow. So this is actually the passage right underneath the stairs. At least nowhere. But even over here, everything is finished. This was the principal entrance, main doors right here. You used to have the alarm system and also the doorbell screen right here. Everything is marble. A little toilet. And check out the staircase. And here he is again, 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆 posing on the exact same staircase you're looking at now. It's really a while ago that I've explored the property of such a rich person. This is a true millionaire's villa. Look at this mirror again. So particular, unlike anything I've seen before. And also this dresser. Again, this pattern is coming back. Main and front entrance right here. With still a lawnmower over there. Would definitely be well needed if we look to all the weeds that haven't been trimmed in years. Main gate also over there in the distance. And those red star ornaments on the gates, the same ones you could see at the start of this video, are not just decoration. They're actually Turkish presidential seals. A 16-pointed sun at the center, surrounded by 16 stars, each one representing a Turkish empire from history. Normally, you'd only see this symbol on government vehicles, official documents, or presidential podiums. So, what is it doing here, on the gate of an abandoned drug lord's mansion? All the dry leaves here on the side. Oh, what is that over there? Okay, so this property dates from the early 1900s. Now I'm really excited, probably just like you, to see the next floor. So we're gonna walk up the staircase. And again, we have all these glass ornaments in the banister. We have these diamond bulbs. And even on the staircase is this pattern again. Also over here, we can see it coming back everywhere. And what? Oh my lord. This is the biggest chandelier that I've ever seen in an abandoned place. Hands down. That's unreal. Whoa. That's really unreal. How could they ever leave this marvel behind? This is truly marvelous. What a splendid interior. Oh, look at this bathroom. Wow. This is like a hot tub. Over there is still a device. It looks quite new. It is new. It's a steam bath. It is new. Probably never used. Still shampoo over there in the shower. Now, I want to ask you something. Of course, what we're seeing is unreal, but could you actually live here? Answer me in the comment section right down below. And I will also leave my answer to this question at the end of this video. So if you want to find out about my thoughts, keep watching. Another reason to keep watching is because we're now going to enter a true suite. This is the master bedroom. And this is gonna be, again, absolutely unreal. Not sure how well you're able to see it on camera, but there are all these golden flakes reflecting on this wall. With beautiful sconces again. So we have a bathroom over there, but I first want to show you the bed itself. Could you imagine waking up here in the morning? Wow! That is absolutely crazy. Look at the pattern over there. It's actually a mirror. You might not notice at first sight, but we can see also mosques and everything that probably represent their Islamic faith, given that they are Turkish. There used to be another television over here as well. Some more Wi-Fi routers. And over here they had a balcony overlooking their garden. Pool right there. This was the master bedroom. And it's a true beauty. So spacious. Such a huge and broad bed. I definitely could picture myself waking up here in the morning. It would be so comfortable. Fireplace over here. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't really like the gold and everything. It's a little bit kitsch for me. But I do really like the space in this room. So we have another package over here. It's already ripped out. The name on this was Ali. Just for your information. And then right here, gonna close the door for a bit. Check this out. Behind here we have an entire room for all their clothes, like a walk-in closet. This was all for clothes. And if you look to the shape of this chandelier, it's like a snake. Now if you look in the middle of the table, we actually have the logo from Versace. But this was all for clothes. We put clothes right here. They could hang them up right here. And believe it or not, there was even a safe. Unopened. At least I think there is still something inside. It's locked. Golden columns over here. And this was also all for clothes. Shirts, polos. Truly unreal. Okay, finally we have the bathroom of the master bedroom over here. Check this out. Everything is made out of marble again. Everything. We have another steam bath. And I think this was also maybe for a massage or for relaxing. I've seen it in a spa retreat before as well. But they had just one like this in their own home. And then look at this massive shower. Look on top. I've never seen a rain shower like this. That is a huge one. Wow. You could shower with the entire family in here. For real, like, given the space. Even toothpaste, everything is still here. Some glasses. Another Wi-Fi router. I was curious what was inside here. It's just some cables. Yeah, let's continue. In the upstairs stairwell, since we're definitely not finished yet in this very spacious and luxurious villa. Oh, no. Oh, this was from a little girl. Definitely had a daughter. Everything pink in here. Feel quite sentimental in here. Don't want to spend too much time for details because this girl is probably still young, you know. Definitely still alive, I'd assume. Maybe they even went back to Turkey. I really don't know. The documents said a lot about taxes though, and it's strange that they are still lying inside. And now we come into another room. We have different colors over here. We have a private bar over here as well. I'd assume that this was for guests and also people he invited to discuss business things. Just invite them over here. There would be somebody working here, giving them a glass. We have some modern bar chairs. Also very modern kitchen. This is the most modern part I've seen so far, I think. And look at these chairs, they have horses also on the pillows and on the sides right here. Leather sofas and seats. We saw it all. Glass chandeliers, marble columns, leather and high-end furniture. It's clear that these people own a fortune. Over here we even have a little roof terrace or giant balcony, whatever you want to call it. And even over here you can tell that nature is slowly taking over. So much space in this villa. And at the same time, so many homeless people in this world. Why? Why not donating this to people in need? Giving shelter to those that are trying their best to survive every day. Food for thought. Almost a year later, in August 2015, Ünğan was arrested in Amsterdam, accused of ordering the hits on 𝗦𝘁cie. He was extradited to Turkey and put on trial. But after 5 years of legal battles, in October 2019, he and 8 others were acquitted. Case closed, at least on paper, but behind the scenes the war continues. Executions on both sides, fake identities, encrypted phones, and drugs moving silently through Europe's veins. Despite being in and out of the spotlight, Ünğan always found a way to disappear again. Until June 2024. That's when authorities moved in. Fast, hard, and very publicly. He was captured during a high-intensity operation in Istanbul, ending his latest run. The official charges weren't revealed right away, but the message was clear. Even the ghosts can't hide forever. Lastly, I think we have one more floor over here. I've not seen this myself yet. What is this? Amplifiers. This is all for audio. A final floor. Must be the attic. Whoa, this continues quite far. Wasn't expecting that. Ceilings are very low here though. Whoa. No way. I told you this man was a Turkish millionaire. We already did our research. As I told you, I did not see this part yet, but also over here we can see more proof with the Turkish flags right here. Unreal. When I actually traveled to Turkey together with a friend of mine from America, Carter. If you haven't seen this series, 4 incredible episodes. I'll leave a link on top here to the playlist. So make sure to check that out once this video is done. Oh, this is a little bit weird. I really wasn't expecting this on the attic. And again, a kitchen. We've seen so many kitchens, bathrooms, and here is a final one. Right on the attic, and I assume that this was just for short-term guests. Given that there are 2 beds, still quite private given that they're both in one corner. Wow. So much space, so much beds. This villa could shelter a lot of people, could be repurposed for the good. With all rooms explored now, you might be wondering about the future of this luxury estate. The villa was seized by the Belgian government, specifically the FPS Finance, which every year auctions off confiscated assets linked to crime. Villas, cars, jewelry, anything with a past, now sold to fund the public treasury. On November 19th, 6 months after our visit, its gates were opened for free official viewing days, where locals and investors came flooding in. Eyes wide, mouths half open. Some came out of pure curiosity.
I always thought it was from a Turkish consul or ambassador.
Same, to be honest, until I found out about its true story months later. In the end, both villas were sold to the same private investor. The exact amounts kept under the wraps. But according to the real estate agent, everyone walked away satisfied. And so the doors of this forgotten empire are closing once more. Maybe next time they'll open for something new, something better. The question is why and how? And talking about questions, earlier this episode I asked you a question and leave that in the commentary section, and I promise you that I would answer it in the end as well. Could I picture myself living here? Not alone, never alone. What would be amazing is to simply own this place and make people happy, share this place and all the space and all the features with other people. Maybe make a community here and give it at least a new purpose instead of just leaving it to waste all the artwork, all the treasures for what it is right now. In the end, I'm really happy that we got the chance to see this place and witness it in person today. It was truly magical, and yeah, I just simply want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, then you know the drill as always. Please like, subscribe and comment right down below. If you want to support us extra and receive perks, check out our channel memberships. And then from this splendid estate in Belgium, I'm gonna say thank you once more, and we will see you on the next adventure. Peace out. Don't miss out on the second villa that just released on Explomo 2, where we discover a private home cinema and even more outrageous luxury hidden inside.